Customs and Immigration Union heads singing the praises of the Davis administration today as they also announced the finalization of a 3-year industrial agreement signed with government today. According to Customs Union President Sloan Smith, the 3-year agreement, which was inked July 2022 through June 30th, 2025, totaled some $7 million. Smith says the agreement makes the way for marginal increases for union members, but he says he remains thankful for the efforts made by government to provide customs and immigration workers with some sort of relief during hard times.
In terms of increases, in the first year we're looking at least one increment. In terms of an increase, one increment plus a normal increment. And I'll tell you the value of those later. In the second year, they're offering 2 increments plus the normal increment. And in the third year, 1 increment plus the normal increment. Additionally, we have a small increase in the uniform allowance. It may not seem significant, but in the grand scheme of things, that accounts for a lot. Then there is the small issue of the shift allowance. Now, there was a number of persons in the bargaining unit who were being disadvantaged. And what we saw in this agreement, the government was willing to address that anomaly. And so we can say to the hundreds of customs and immigration officers who previously were not receiving shift allowance, that they will in fact be receiving $250 shift allowance.
Well, the new agreement will also include dental and vision coverage. During the first year of that industrial agreement, members will receive a normal increment and an additional increment. They will also receive 2 normal increments in year 2 while getting a normal increment and an additional increment in year 3. All increments will be $600 each. State Minister for the Public Service, Pia Glover-Roll, says government is serious about ensuring a harmonious relationship with the labor force moving forward.
While we may not be able to do as much as we can initially, this is the first step. The first step has been taken. We are proud about that. We have remained committed to our cause of supporting labor. We commit to ensuring that as the agreements come to an end, which will be in a matter of 3 years, that we are already ahead of the game so that this wait doesn't have to happen anymore. And we place as much precedent in terms of making sure that our workers are well taken care of in the way that we negotiate our agreements.